Derek, can you show us that cross step into your Uchimata there? It's a standard old school Kodokan Judo cross step, but it's a good way to get there. So maybe just want to talk to us a little bit about how you do that?
Okay, so I'm going to do it sideways so you can kind of see. We're right grip, left stance. So I'm going to take a cross step over on a left stance.
Let's move this.
Twist back.
Can we get you to move the pad here just so we can step back or something? There you go, guys. Thank you. Okay, so go ahead, please.
Okay, so got my grip. Okay, big left step. Okay, this comes in, one through as you rotate. You can do a variety of different throws from there. Ashiguruma, Oburuma, Haragoshi. Just depends on where you are in relation to his hips and where your foot's going. I like the Uchimata. It's a little bit easier for me.
Okay.
You have to keep it a little bit tighter when you're touching.
And I also notice when you step with your left foot across, let's see your beginning stance, how you're in relation to Eric there. Okay, so you're gripping up, and there's your basic setup stance. Okay, now what you're going to do with your left foot, you're going to bring it all the way across the outside of his left foot, very far outside, and you create a big spin, and there's Uchimata. And now, a key point for everybody is don't just let your right leg swing wildly. You actually kind of cock it almost like a karate type kick or type movement. There you go, that type of action.
Cross, up, twist.
Okay. When you're doing the cross step, you don't want to cross your feet. You don't want to do this because it's weak. It's not as strong. When you're doing here, turn your hip. Immediately turn your hip into it so you can immediately swing over and catch it. It's really a hip action as well. So if you just cross your feet, you never want to really cross your feet because you're going to get slammed, right? So that's why. So when you're doing it here, if I like this grip here, and if I step in here, and then that allows me to pivot off that foot, come across. So if you're doing a cross step, don't do this. Do this. Step across, that covers that territory, and then you can cock your foot up, make your turn and sweep. Okay? Depends on how quick you are.
It'll be about a 270. So
that's a good way to put it in an actual turn. You know, that's a good standard way of doing it. We might add that cross step, so we don't want people, especially beginners, to cross their feet. What you're doing specifically, you're really aiming with your toe and your foot, but your whole hip's coming across too. Can you show that again? Just do your setup there.
Okay, so if I'm holding right here like this, okay, I'm going to step with my whole hips across. Okay, not really crossing over. A cross step would be more like that.
Right.
So I'm taking my back leg, my left leg, crossing over that way. That gives me a good extra half turn around. Okay.
Can you demonstrate that again for us? And it sinks it in, like you said, it gives a lot of deep rotation. Your hips are in very, very solidly and deeply, really split down the middle of Eric's body there.
And it looks from the initial part where you're taking that step to the outside that it's going to be more of a leg style. But because I'm there, I'm not stepping way the heck out here. I'm right about here, maybe right in front of his foot. And then as I come back around, I'm still underneath him. So I can still lift.
You still have a good solid lift upward.
I'm still splitting them down the middle.
Right, right.
You could probably do it as a leg style. I don't think it would be as effective.
Well, this really lets your hips get in deep.
Right.
It really allows that. Can you do it one more time? Then we'll end it with that. Thank you very much. And you can see that's really just a spinning quick step. It's very old school Kodokan Judo. You'll see this in a lot of the old timers do this. This is a very good entry to Uchimata oguruma, you know, ashiguruma, any of those type of throws that are forward throws. It gets your body on the outside of his body and gives you a lot of deep hip spin.